Well, I think it's best to start off with a little apology out there to the listeners, something that we will pledge to improve on. And of course, as you all know, we didn't record over the 4th of July holiday, which also, by the way, is a holiday on our recording day. So really, there's not that big of a reason to apologize, except that we probably should have mentioned it on the previous episode and been a little bit more transparent. And as people who enjoy transparency from bosses, leaders, friends, family, whatever, it's only fair to admit that we erred in that. And I think we both apologize.
Yeah, we got to step our game up with the holidays. It's just a communication, like you said.
Yeah.
You nailed it. It's communication.
Yeah. So we'll do better on that. And that's all we really have to say on that. But let's get on to that 4th of July holiday.
Let's please.
It's my only thing on 4th of July is it just feels weird this year celebrating in America with just how relatively terrible things have been. And I'm probably ignorant as shit for this, but I never really realized what Juneteenth was before this year. Right. And I admit that is ignorant.
Nor did I, nor did many of us, I don't think anyone in my or almost anyone in our immediate friend group. Almost anyone.
Yeah.
I won't say it.
And it makes a lot of sense why people say that. Well, I won't go that far, but it makes some sense. They don't teach it in
school. They don't even teach it in school. How are you supposed to know something if they don't teach it to you?
Yeah, and it just this year was a big thing. I think the only reason people learned about it was that Tulsa rally that didn't happen on Juneteenth.
Right. That's why I think many others learned of it. I agree.
And some people say it's the true Independence Day of America, which is like, I kind of get, because that's the last when the slaves were finally freed in Texas. Right. But
America was truly free. I mean,
yeah, but the 4th of July is more about being free from Britain.
Did you? It's just becoming its own sovereign nation is the legitimate, technical reason.
That's the holiday.
Have I ever told you about my plan where I'm going to die on 2076, America's 300th birthday?
No, you haven't.
I'm going to party so hard on that day, I'm going to die. I'm going to kill myself from partying hard that day.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, how old does that make you? You'd be like, what?
84.
When you're 80? 84. Okay, perfect. Yeah.
That's 84 that's exactly. Right? What a way to go. I'm so excited.
On old people, I saw there's this 102-year-old lady who survived the 1918 flu, cancer, and now COVID-19. And good for her. But
we can't say yet that she survived COVID-19. Let's pump the brakes there.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Any day now.
A stiff breeze could knock her out.
She's seen it. Even the fact that she's seen them all is impressive. Is incredible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That on its own. But living to 84, what you're saying, like that sounds fine. Like that's old, but not ridiculously too old. Like 102 is.
I think everything over 80, you're winning there. You made it.
Yeah. Anything over it, you've lived a good full life, and no one can really realistically complain too hard when you die. I think it can be sad for those people. That's fine, but it's not.
It's sad. Even if you're 102, it's sad.
Like even if I was like 85 and got into a car accident, it would be like, well, he was 85. It was bound to happen.
Probably shouldn't have been driving. Guy shouldn't have been a terrible driver. Let's be honest.
Wouldn't be too upset about it as long as I didn't hurt anyone else in that scenario. Let's say I just run into a pole or something, little property damage.
That's all right.
Not a big deal. Pretty much okay nowadays. That's a joke. I'm kidding.
Property damage. I mean,
who
really cares? What if it's like it's just a pole? No one cares.
Well, on that note, Nancy Pelosi, I saw the other day. They were asking her about like statues and stuff like that and like people destroying them. And she was just like, people will do what they do. It's like, Nancy, have a fucking opinion about something. Jesus
Christ. Talk about a non-answer.
Nancy, Nancy. She is also just such a scary look. Like she is the keeper of the crypt.
But she's old, too. We're talking about old. She's very old.
She's also made out of plastic.
Yeah, because she doesn't want to look that old.
But in a weird way, it makes her look...
age.
She's ageless. Like, you don't... She's done enough surgery where you just don't know how old she is.
Okay, guess how old she is. I'm looking it up right now. I can't guess because I'm already here.
That's fair. I'm going to say 72.
She's fucking 80.
Wow.
It's acceptable. She dies.
Yeah.
Today. It's all right. She did it. She made it.
I can't believe she's 80. This is
exactly
the whole...
That's what I'm saying, though. So it's clearly that plastic is working.
Yeah. Yeah, it's doing something for her. I don't know what... I mean, it's like her RGB. I mean, RGB is like, what, 86, 88, something like that?
She looks crazy. She looks that.
She does look
if you told me she was 95, I'd be like, yeah, I fucking buy it.
Oh, yeah.
I'd buy it.
100%. I mean,
bag that lady.
Dude, like, birth certificates in those days were like... I mean, there's a ton of famous people who are like, yeah, they're like around 84. We don't know. Like, the records, not exactly well kept back then.
Understandable.
Well, yeah. But another thing I saw, which parents are getting frustrated by, which I, one, don't have a kid, but two, don't understand why this would be that frustrating, is that people are complaining that like birth registries for, like saying like I have a kid, whatever, setting up all that is taking longer.
Getting gifts and stuff?
Not the gifts, more of like registering your child as like a human that exists. Which, I don't know, maybe that's tax related where you'd want that, I guess.
Yeah, true.
But otherwise, like, what is it really, like, it's zero.
I would want it done as soon as possible. Just to check that box. But also, it would be cool to just never do it. What if you just never did it and you just put your kid in school and he was just a kid? They're not, they'll still take him. He's just a kid.
What if you take the kid? I've had this thought kind of in a similar vein there. What if you just faked amnesia and like just went to another country and like just passed out on a beach or something, and like the police went up to you and like questioned you, like, I have no idea who I am. Like, and you're just totally lucid, but you're just like, I don't know who I am. And you just fake it. Do you think you could get away with it?
I think our accents are American enough that they all know we're American, and at some point they'll probably like run our my fingerprints will come up.
That's a good point. The fingerprints.
It just depends how hard do they want to look. Do they want to check all those databases? I'm sure it's expensive. Yeah. If they're willing to check all those databases, they'll find us.
Yeah. That ruins that theory pretty. I bet they would do that if you go anywhere. I mean, maybe if you go to like, I don't know, some third world country that I wouldn't want to.
No, they won't give a shit. They'll just be like, okay, well, you need to leave. So
yeah, piss or get off the pot. You wouldn't even. Yeah, that would be a tough situation. You'd honestly probably just get murdered by Somalian pirates or something.
Pirate, man, what a fall from grace that job has become, huh? I would have loved to have been a pirate back in the day.
I feel like the job's about the same. It's just the cachet on it is a lot worse now.
Yeah, because there's so many other things you could be doing. Back then, you were a pirate. Well, you still become a pirate today out of necessity. It's just that it was much more commonplace back then, and the legend was the legend. But it's kind of like John Dillinger and those guys were robbing banks, and they were legends. People still rob banks, but it's not like the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no Great Depression going on.
True. Also, like pirates way back in the day were like, some of them were like sanctioned by their respective governments because they were just like, hey, go take over the Caribbean, and they were just pirates, but they were,
what a job. What a job. What a gig.
Just pirates who were knighted, which is, I mean, respected pirate would be a cool gig, I will say.
I love that gig. Would have killed for that gig.
Yeah.
Nowadays, there's no respect. You can't become a respected pirate nowadays.
No.
What could you possibly? You'd have to do like some Robin Hood stuff. Like if you robbed a freighter full of new iPhones,
coronavirus vaccine.
There you go. And you just gave them to everybody.
You'd be a legendary pirate for that. The other thing I would say, what's that WikiLeaks guy's name?
Julian Assange, weird guy.
Kind of a pirate. Data piracy, sort of.
Blood pirate. He dated. He dated Pam Anderson for a little bit.
Really?
There.
Wow.
Yeah. While he was in asylum.
That makes How many centimeters? How many centimeters, inches, whatever measurement you want? How wide is the vag on Pam Anderson?
Centimeters. So odd that you defaulted to centimeters.
I don't know.
I bet you it's pretty normal. I bet you
No
it's pretty
way.
normal. Yeah,
No way.
I
There
bet you it's
have
pretty normal.
it has
What are
been
you expecting? What are you expecting that you
train
actually
city down there.
seriously though? What do you expect that you go in there and you're just like, wow, this is not even enjoyable? Of course not.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah,
out of
that's
here.
yeah,
Get out
100%.
of here.
100%.
No
It is
way.
like you're in a tunnel in a small car and it's just, there's room on both sides.
If I banged Pam Anderson, I would have had a great time.
Let me know. Let me know. She's kind of old now too. I bet she's definitely in her 50s, maybe even 60s.
She's old. Yeah, she's old. She doesn't look nearly as good.
No.
Nearly as good.
No.
But I still do it because of her history. See,
Did you
you gotta
see
respect the history, like the Pirates.
Britney Spears was in the news somewhat recently. Did you see the
She
pictures
does
of
not
her?
do it for me. No, she doesn't do
No.
it for me.
No. She does. I think she has lost her fastball a little bit.
She lost it a lot. She lost it. She's got. If she was lucky, on a good day, she'll have a Bartolo Colon fastball. At the end of his career,
it'd clean it up a little bit, but that
only chucking fastballs, and they're not that good.
But they get the job done. If you, I bet if you needed to, it would get the job done.
Lesser experienced hitters, yes, you could fool them.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually extremely
right?
apt. Extremely.
That's what I'm
saying. Let's move on. What did you do for the 4th?
I went to my parents. Went fishing. Went to the beach.
Nice.
A lot of stuff. Didn't catch anything. Ton of nibbles. The best bait I had, hot dogs. Thing was going crazy for hot dogs. I didn't bring a single piece of bait back for hot dogs. They ate the whole fucking. I probably put an entire hot dog in there after chopping it up, put a new one in. They eat it, so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. They ate a whole fucking hot dog. There's either a monster in this lake that I was in, or there's just so many fish that are full.
What was in the lake? What fish?
See, this is actually directly behind my parents' house. It has no tributaries.
Yeah.
I've caught
stocked.
I've caught, but no one has ever said that they've put anything in there. Some dude told me this, and I didn't look it up. It sounds absurd, but that allegedly birds, like when they're on bodies of water, and sometimes they swoop down or whatever, or they dive into water, they pick up, whether accidentally or not, fish eggs. It's like some of them, I guess, sit on the surface of the water.
No chance.
And then they transport them. And that's how the fish got there. But I have caught fish there before. I caught a brim, and I caught something that I don't know what the fuck it is. But I caught 2 different types of fish there. Nothing this time.
Yeah. No.
I know the neighbor caught an eel and a snake.
It could have been the same thing, but
no, I don't know. I trust them. I think they know the difference. They said they caught an eel and then they caught a snake. I trust them.
That's pretty good. That's interesting. There's so no monsters out there. I think I missed your transition there.
None documented. I mean, I hope so.
Have you seen the new photo circulating of the Loch Ness Monster?
I saw it. It's better than any of the other crappy ones.
I mean, it's also likely just to be a giant catfish.
Yeah, but that's a big catfish, dude.
Yeah, it is a big catfish.
That's a really big catfish.
But this article also has a picture of a big catfish. Catfish can get big. They just sit around on the bottom and eat all the time.
I would say that it's more likely that that's photoshopped than that being a catfish. Do catfish need to come to the water to breathe? No, right? That's what they do. They just chill at the bottom all day.
Yeah, that's why they're like, people say, I've had like catfish, fried catfish. I don't really.
I recently had fried catfish. It's better than I thought. For the first time I had like a couple months ago. Way better.
Some people say it tastes a little earthy, a little muddy, just because they are. Good. Yeah. No, I've had it once and I recall liking it. I don't remember. It might just depend on where you. I mean, you probably get some fucking gross ass lake catfish that'd probably be bad because it's just eating garbage all the time. But if you get like a good catfish, I'm sure it's fine. I have a goal for fishing. I want to get this. I saw this mini, relatively speaking, smoker that you can take camping with you. And I want to get some fish, capture it, catch it, and then smoke it right up on the campsite. I think that would be pretty sweet. Bring it ice fishing.
I love that. We're going ice. We discussed this earlier. We're going ice fishing.
Yes.
Anyone who's out there who's listening who wants to attend, just message us. You're coming ice fishing. This winter, we're going ice fishing.
Probably northern Minnesota, I think, would be lots of lakes, lots of frozen lakes.
What else do you need? You just need beer and a cabin, right? That's all. That's it. That's. What kind of food do you think you bring out there? Well, you're not really bringing like subs, are you?
Like sub sandwiches? I mean,
what about the submarine? We're gonna go out there in a submarine and go ice fishing.
I was just odd that you brought up sub sandwiches. Really, why I said that, but I would say
food. Everybody loves sub sandwiches.
It depends on what kind of cabin you have. If we had like a grill or something on there, I'd bring some dogs, maybe a steak for dinner or something.
Nice. I like. I'm excited. You're getting me. I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, I'd be having a smoker out there would be great. Just a little one. You could just bring it right in there. Well, probably be a bad idea to bring it in there with you, but you could just have it outside.
I'm gonna bring a sub sandwich now, asshole.
I'd be down. I love sub sandwiches.
First meal in the hot sub sandwiches.
That's fine. That's a big fan of sub sandwiches. What's your favorite sub sandwich like chain place?
Oh, Jersey Mike's.
Okay, that's easy. Yeah, that's fair.
My dad's best friend, his cousin or brother is the inventor of Jersey Mike.
He is Jersey Mike.
Yeah, his name's not Mike though.
That's disappointing. That's fucking.
His name's Pete.
Jersey Pete's works.
Is it? Does it? I
don't. Right? Jersey Mike, Jersey Pete. Yeah, I guess Jersey Pete sounds kind of weird. But Jersey Mike. Well, that's true. That's also we've just ingrained Jersey Mike. Jersey Mike's definitely the best subs. My only issue is that they're a little pricey, but they are very good. I would say Jimmy John's is my favorite lower cost sub option.
Jimmy John's bread to sandwich ratio is way off. It's way off.
You can get the bread cut out.
Oh,
I always get the bread cut out, and it's much better.
Way too much bread.
Yeah.
They say my biggest issue with Jersey Mike's, they don't have olives.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of olives. I wouldn't. I'm surprised they don't, but I'm not a big fan of olives, so I'm not.
At my dad's cousin. So my dad's side of the family has too many Jersey Mike's connection, but his cousin is like the VP or a VP at Jersey Mike's. So I'd complain to him every year. I'd be like, I can't believe you guys don't have olives. And so every year for Christmas, he gets me a jar of olives. What a prick.
That's pretty funny. Instead, he could just be like, "Hey, let's get some fucking olives." Weird stories. Weird story on olives. When I was in Miami, I worked for the Miami Open tennis tournament.
Right.
And so, like, this one random day at the office at the tennis tournament, we received like 2 pallets of like 5-gallon jugs of olives. Like, they were massive, just massive. We just received
like
2
Costco
pallets.
style.
Yeah, out of fucking nowhere. They were from a random sponsor, and we had no idea like what to do with them. So then they were just like, one of my tasks at the end of the tournament was like, find people to take these olives, like just get rid of them. Like none of the players could take the olives because how the fuck are they going to travel with that?
They're all foreign anyways, a lot of guys.
So I was just giving out olives to like everyone, just giving them jars, and then like the last day we were there. I don't
recall you coming home with olives for us.
I did. I brought a jug back. I think they just got forgotten about because they were just like
who cares about all those olives?
Yeah.
Right.
There's too many olives there. So I just the last day of the tournament when we were cleaning up everything, all the people who had more permanent offices, I just put the jar of olives on their desk. I just went right in there, made sure no one was in there, and just left them. And I was like,
good.
Your problem though. Yeah.
They stay very well.
They'd be fine. Yeah.
It's an excellent choice.
It was like a lifetime supply of olives though. Like just an unbelievable amount of olives in each of those jars. Just unbelievable.
That's very exciting. So going back to this, do you think that the Loch Ness Monster is real?
Nah. That's like we would have.
We would have seen enough something more than this by now.
Yeah.
I want it to be real. I want it to be real so bad.
It'd be sweet. Have a little lapras out there. That'd be sick.
What's your favorite mythical creature that is at least in one way or another rumored to be out there?
I'd say
would be out there.
A phoenix, I'd say.
Oh, Phoenix is cool.
Phoenixes
Is that
are
a
pretty
thing
cool.
that they exist? I just think that they are a
I'm
mythical.
pretty sure that like
for me, the Kraken.
The Kraken is a good one. That's actually a great one.
Would love to be. You imagine us going Kraken hunting. What? We need a cruise ship. We need a cruise ship to go Kraken hunting.
Yeah. I mean, they're way. I mean, the thing about the Kraken, though, that's probably the most plausible one because you have no idea what's at the bottom of the ocean. That shit's fucking deep and dark. There's some big. They find stuff all the time down there that just. We found this new variety of fish or squid. There could be a giant one down there. I don't doubt that.
I'm with you 110%. In fact, I would say to me, the deep sea, the unexplored deep sea is scarier than space. I have no desire to go to space. I don't want to go to space at all, but I'd rather go to space than take a sub to the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel like you have, in a weird way, I feel like you have while being on Earth, you have a less chance of surviving going into the deep sea than space. Because space, the relatively close areas of space, there's nothing out there. Like, you might hit a satellite and crash, like that's bad. But if you're in the pressure and like your pressure gets fucked up, like they can't even, like the thing is they can't even like get that deep.
No.
And it's so fucking dark. Yeah.
And it's just, what are you going to see out there? There's stuff out there. I think there's stuff in the, well, they find new creatures or new species all the time. Yeah.
There's a ton of things out there that'd be terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I agree. I think that's a good point.
Do you actively want to go to space?
No, I don't care.
Me neither.
Like I agree.
It scares me.
What am I going to do? Like what? There's no point.
Space Mountain as a kid, I got all the way up to the front. Me, my dad, and my brother, and I don't know who else. My mom. I chickened out. I had to leave. My dad and me took that walk of shame out of there.
That's rough.
We walked all the way out.
How hot was your dad? How hot was your dad?
Livid. He was livid.
Oh, man. To wait in that line. Oh, man.
The concessions he was giving people on the way out. Sorry, my son. He's got to take a shit. I don't know what he was saying, but it was not accurate.
That's rough.
What really got me was, you know how you sit just one person. It's one in front of the other in front.
Yeah.
I wanted to sit next to somebody. It was the pitch black. I was going into space. I was only a kid. I wasn't ready for that. I had no formal training, you know? And then to tell me I can't sit next to anybody, that was too much. That was
that is a little scary. I mean, the single person rides it's interesting that it's a single person ride. It does make it fun when you're older, I think, a little bit.
But I still don't. I think Space Mountain to this day is so overrated. It's not even good. I think if the lights were on, that would be just a horrible ride.
Yeah. Well, a better ride like that is the Rock and Roller Coaster.
Rock and Roller Coaster is great. Great ride.
Also dark, but it's also, I think Rock and Roller Coaster with lights on would be good, regardless.
I think so too. It's just a great ride. I think that objectively is a great ride. You know what ride I love? Splash Mountain. Favorite ride at Disney. They're changing it. You know they're changing it?
No, I didn't.
They're changing the theme, the song, and the background to it because of its a racist.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
From the movie, which is fine. As long as the ride doesn't, I've never even heard of that movie. Honestly, I didn't even think about it. Like, it was just like, okay, here's like cartoon characters, and I'm going on this ride.
Yeah,
but
no, that movie hasn't existed.
I just love the ride itself. The ride itself, I love that ride.
They can't change the ride. They'll just change it. I don't know. They can do like Finding Nemo or some shit. I don't know anything. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I would love that.
Little Mermaid might not work for that kind of whatever they do. I think. I guess that would be good.
Little Mermaid could be big. Could be real good.
I guess the
you got the fat chick. Yeah, you got the fat chick there. You know, it's like on your way up, you're seeing the fat. She's kind of scaring you with her little critters.
Yeah,
could be big.
That could be big, actually. You could also do it. Well, you could do it like the turtles in Finding Nemo. People like when they're going through that little jet stream. That'd be cool too. It'd be fun. A little less scary, but still cool. Everyone likes the turtles. Be like.
There's nothing scary about the current way it's set up.
There's a little peril. You get the bad guys in it, Well,
they're
not scary, but
you got the shark and
exactly.
That's a great fit.
They have a little drop of blood, and then the shark just goes crazy, and you go down the hill.
Great fits, both of them. Great fits.
Both could work very well. We could work for Disney.
Oh, we could work for Disney. Fuck.
People are pretty pissed off at Disney.
What do they do? Because they're open.
Right.
What are they doing open?
I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Plus the food. You see the food they're giving NBA players? It's pathetic.
I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's fine.
What?
It's fine. What? Deal with it.
It's not fine. You're a top-tier athlete.
Oh, boo.
They knew this was coming for 2 months. Give them something a little bit better.
I agree with that, but it's not
college dorm food, at least. You know?
I'm surprised that's more of that setup. Food.
That's what I mean. Give them something better. That's sad. That's literally, I'm going to 7-Eleven.
I wonder what catering company they hired.
Right? That's what's that company? R-Mark.
They probably should have just got little Charties, some Chartwells.
Yeah.
Chartwells always did a pretty solid job.
Just like, dude, there's in so many ways to do a better job than that. And I guess, I don't know if their point was to be like, yes, everything is sealed. Maybe that was the point.
I mean, there's a lot of studies about how you realistically don't get it from food.
Right, and that's what I mean. Like,
and everyone's in the fucking bubble
and close it. Like, someone made it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
No,
it makes no difference. Just give them better food. That's.
I figured they would get really nice food, to be honest.
Right, I thought it was going to be like a dream in there.
I thought it'd be a better. It's almost like a vacation spot, but it seems slightly worse. I was going to
try to get in on that bubble, and I don't want no part of that bubble.
No, the bubble is less than.
Bubble.
Did you hear about Patrick Beverley in the bubble?
No. What did he do?
He brought like hundreds of extra white shirts to sell to players who underpacked. Which is, and then there was a picture of I can't remember his name, something Romeo or on the Celtics, and he brought a backpack and a Nintendo Switch. Yeah. Bro. But at the same time, what does he really need? He'd probably need the uniforms the team's got. Get like 2 pairs of clothes. They probably do like you can do laundry every day.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be realistically fine, but it's still a funny optics just to see a backpack and a Switch. Like that's all you got.
But what is he trying to do selling white shirts to people?
He just said, I think a lot of people underpacked, and I just brought a bunch of extra white shirts to sell them. I don't know. Patrick Beverley's a weird dude. I like Patrick Beverley. I like the way he plays, but he's definitely a weirdo.
What do you think he's selling those shirts for?
Oh, probably double cost. What does he even need the money for? I think he's just doing it to be. He's just doing it to be cheeky.
He's a cheeky guy.
Yeah, which worked. Sell those white shirts to LeBron.
He's made a career out of it.
Maybe they're like the blankets or whatever that the white people sold to the Native Americans. Little SARS shirts.
Oh man. Oh Jesus. What? Whoa. I hope not. I hope he's taking care of his fellow players.
That might be a bad idea.
They'll catch on real quick.
What do you?
Wait, we didn't finish. What were you going to say?
No, go ahead.
We didn't finish really about Disney. Who's going there right now?
To Disney?
Possibly, just go.
Dude, I mean, a lot of people for example, I was in Idaho this last 4th of July weekend, and there wasn't hardly a mask in sight. Like, when I'm driving in downtown Seattle, I probably passed like 250 people. I counted 9 individuals without a mask on walking the streets. Idaho, I maybe counted, like, there was me, my girlfriend, and like a handful at best of other people. Everyone else was just walking around. Businesses were open. Business was booming out there. It's like coronavirus never happened. It's those people.
Huh.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Business booming in
Coeur d'Alene, Idaho is like a little resort town. So they have in downtown Coeur d'Alene, we drove through it and they had like all the restaurants were open, people were on the streets. It looked like, like a normal resort town setting where it's just like everyone's out having a good time, getting their ice cream, getting their drinks, getting their food. Little shops, little antique shops, little like novelty stores, all that just classic resort town vibe, just wide open, like just nothing. It just wasn't different, which is weird now.
That is weird. You big into shops? I hate shops.
I'll visit one and be like, okay, like I'll look, maybe I'll see something I like, but then it's just like, all right, we've done like 4 of these. They're all kind of the same. I'm very over this right now.
Oh, I agree. I don't need shops. Shops suck.
Yeah. No, they always have
Amazon,
weird smells and just
Amazon.
yeah. I agree. I mean, as much as Jeff Bezos is a little like just asshole, I mean, he does have a good product.
He makes it simple. Makes it fucking simple.
I was at a grocery store in Idaho, and I was wearing a mask, and it was like I pulled up in the parking lot, and I just sat there and like looked in and was like, all right, like no one's wearing a mask. I'm from out of town, like I'm gonna wear a mask. You know, I don't want to infect these other people and start like a big thing if I, somehow have it or whatever. I'm just gonna wear the mask, just suck up the embarrassment. So I'm walking around doing my shopping, and I overhear this lady, and she's doing that thing where she's speaking super loud when I'm walking by, but not talking to me, but like talking to someone else, but speaking loud enough so I could hear to like that little passive aggressive bullshit. And she's just like, why is that guy wearing a muzzle? I don't need a muzzle. I don't bite anyone. I'm just like, I was so close to being like, bitch, you're like 300 pounds overweight and 80. I could breathe on you without coronavirus and kill you, but I don't really want to do that. Like, she's just fuck her. Fuck that.
That's what we talked about. Like, who cares if someone is wearing a mask? The only thing that matters is someone isn't wearing a mask.
Yeah,
because you're only helping people.
1 hour ago today, record amount of cases in Idaho. So, yeah.
Do you think there's really people that are not aware of what's going on right now? There's no way, right?
They're aware. They just don't care. And yeah, the county I was in is one of the counties of Idaho that has the most cases. Kootenai County. Kootenai.
Oh, Kootenai County.
Which is where Coeur d'Alene is, which is one of their bigger cities, and it makes a ton of fucking sense.
Dude, it's just, at this point, just wear the mask. We've talked about it. Like, I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of seeing people not wear a mask. Wear the mask and wear them properly.
Don't fuck my around. God, that is when people just don't have it over their nose, but you're like wearing it. Like, dude, you're wearing, the worst part of it is over your mouth, where like maybe your breath smells, it's hot, it gets all like, if it's not over your, like the nose is not the big issue. Just pull it up, you little idiot. Oh, frustrating.
It is. It's stupidity. It's stupidity. It's these are the same people that are going to Idaho or from Idaho not wearing masks. That are going to Disney right now.
Yeah.
And I can't stand it. I can't stand any of them, and I'm tired of it.
I was annoying some people on right-wing Twitter this morning, actually, just kind of browsing, and I like to, poke at them a little bit with stuff. And I saw one meme. It was like a marionette, but he was puppeteering someone wearing a mask, and the mask were like the strings on it,
Okay. Yeah.
And I was just like, it's like, yo, okay. Do you really think the mask is that controlling? Like, it's really not that big of a deal. I would get it if they were saying like there's more of an argument when there was like, okay, they're making us stay home. Like, okay. Or like when there was all the looting and riots for that weekend, and they were like, oh, curfew's at 8:00. And it's like, well, I'm kind of a fucking adult. But
fair.
The mask, it's like, this is really easy. And like, I get, like, if you're like, gloves are stupid, I agree. I think the gloves are mostly window dressing, where it's like, oh, look, I'm wearing gloves. Like, it just looks better for people. Exactly. But you're still touching stuff. It doesn't really make any sense. If you still touch stuff and then touch your face, like, you're not helping yourself wearing the gloves. But the mask is like, that is physically stopping little spit particles from accelerating out of your mouth. It is just, at the very least, slowing them down and making them less aerosolized. The most
definitive way to get the virus. You're actively trying to stop it. And it only needs to be worn indoors in public spaces. Like, you shouldn't be spending that much time in these spaces anyways right now. So when you are there, just wear the fucking mask.
Really not that big of a deal. I'm not asking you to wear one at home.
Speaking of masks, Donnie Trump wore a mask today.
He did?
What?
He did wear a mask. That was shocking. He allegedly, he did visit a hospital, and was allegedly visiting some wounded service members at the Walter Reed Hospital.
Exactly.
I think he thought he had coronavirus and wasn't actually visiting soldiers. I think he was just getting a good once-over and double-checking they didn't have it.
No way. They would come to him. Fuck you. They would come to him. You really think the president gets sick and said, okay, you got to come down to the doctor's office? No fucking way.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Donnie, you got to take the bus down here. We want you to hop on the bus. You got to get a transfer, and then you make it down here. We'll take your temperature. No way.
Yesterday, Trump said, I'll probably have a mask. If you must know, I'll probably have a mask. I think when you're in a hospital, especially in that particular setting, where you were talking to a lot of soldiers, people that in some cases just got off the operating table, I think it's a great thing to wear a mask. I've never been against masks, but I do believe they have a time and a place.
Oh, my God.
I mean, really isn't that like I don't really have a problem with him saying any of that. Like all of what he said right there is pretty true.
Yeah, his answer's okay, but his actions go directly against that because he's never worn a fucking mask before.
Yes. Well, they have a time. They have a time and a place, according to him, which is not false. Just probably more of the time and places than he has used them.
Yes, the problem is to him the only time and place you need one is when you're visiting a veterans hospital, not a regular hospital, or not when you're visiting veterans.
It's just when we were in lockdown. When we were in lockdown, his buddy Pence visited fucking like a coronavirus unit without a mask on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. What idiots? That's not the time or place. That's not the time or place. No, only veterans hospitals. It's the only one.
At least he wore it. He did
better than him not wearing it. I agree there.
He looks kind of funny. He gets that. He's sort of.
He's got the presidential seal on it, and that's kind of badass.
It is. Yeah, it's not a bad looking mask.
It's a badass mask.
There are
she should always wear the mask. I think he looks better with the mask on than with it off.
Covers up those jowls a little bit.
Right? He looks better with that mask.
Like Biden with the mask and the sunglasses on. He looks a lot more put together when he's that look than he is just like sunglasses off, squinty eyes that are like inside of his fucking skull.
I think Joe Biden looks like an 80-year-old Tom Cruise when he's got all that going.
He does.
He looks great.
Joe Biden is a great sunglass guy. Great sunglass guy. Looks so much better in sunglasses. He needs the sunglasses.
Big time. And so why stop wearing it? He should just have everything outdoors. He should have his first. If he could pick a debate, the debate should be outdoors.
I mean, there's a good chance they will be outdoors because it's just safer if you're going to have people there.
True.
That's not even a bad idea.
No, they should just have no people. They should have no people.
Well, they should have no people, but I agree, but
We're reaching.
Yeah. I'm still. I can't wait for that first debate, though. That's going to be
debates.
It's going to. Just this year, especially. I mean, like, it was fun when Trump was debating the Republicans because he was just torching each of them each and every night that they were on those stages, all 16 or whatever at that time. Yeah. The Democratic debates were lame. Like, they were pretty boring, pretty tepid. Biden never spoke, which worked really well.
Yes, sad. I want to see some fireworks. That's what I want.
Oh, there will be. 100%. There will be.
That's what I want. There's going to be so many blunders. Like, imagine all the blunders Joe Biden's going to make. He's going to say so much dumb shit. But so is Donald Trump. That's what I mean.
They both will.
The difference is that Joe Biden's not going to know what he's doing, and then Trump will say the dumb shit on purpose.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like, it's going to be crazy. I'm excited.
Joe Biden not prepared with a remark, like even with a prepared remark, is like, like, but he can
goes off script immediately.
Yeah, the off script is rough every single time.
No, it's brutal. Man. It's brutal. Man. Sounds like a guy who hasn't been in on the everyman's life in about 60 years.
Yeah, and that's, strangely enough, exactly what he is.
Exactly.
He's been a politician for like the last 60 years, and he's also now senile. It's elder abuse. It's elder abuse. Like, that's like the vice president's going to call the shots there, which he was supposed to already have announced that by now. He said that like 2 months ago that he was going to have one by the 4th of July. And now that no one's talking about that again.
There's one of the people who was like one of his potential picks who has coronavirus. So maybe it was her.
Maybe it was. You got to hold off on that. Well, yeah, it's going to be a female. I think that's
right.
That's just what it's going to be. There's also an argument that super rumor and unlikely just because of how loyal Pence has been to Trump the whole time. But if Trump starts to see the writing on the wall and to like kind of make a splash, he might switch VPs and go with a female as well.
I love that. I love the drama of that sort of thing. I wish you would not be allowed to keep the same VP, just because it's so much more exciting to see who they're going to pick every time around.
Yeah, it is exciting. Yeah, it's a big
Who would he
spot.
pick? Who could he? Who would he pick?
I don't know.
Who would pick him?
Who's that? Yeah. Who wants to?
Right?
That's a tough thing to get attached to because your career is effectively over at that. You mean,
Unless
Trump
he
might.
wins.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but even
He
so,
wins again with you. You're going to have a steady base. Unfortunately, there's apparently enough people out there that you'll be okay.
and oh God, Sean Spicer, he's had a little career afterwards, and people hated him. Although it's always like a prospector. What do you expect them to do? We go back to Kayleigh McEnany. Like
she's a liar. She's being paid to lie.
Yeah, that's her job. I mean, some people get paid to sell fucking steel. Some people get paid to lie. It's their job. That's
the difference is she's doing it in front of the world and on behalf of the president.
Yes.
So the question becomes, where do you draw the line ethically for yourself to make a name for yourself?
About $1 million a year.
Sadly for her, yeah, she has not reached that line.
I'm saying about $1 million a year, and I'm there.
I don't know. It's hard. I just couldn't look my friends or family in the eye after.
To be like,
you can't just be like,
hey, someone has to do it.
Not really.
Yes, really.
No one filled the position.
Someone will do it.
Yes.
Someone will do it.
And if no one did it, Donald Trump would do it. Which would be hysterical.
What you could do is kind of lead him on for a little while, and then you could just be like, you could just spill some secrets. You could be a little hero there. Just be like, I was just playing the part for a little while. Just had to, do a little insider knowledge, and then boom, this is what's happening. Here's some tax returns.
Okay, so let's do it. How do we sign up for that? How do you think? What's our, what is her qualifications?
Well, what she did, she went to law school at Miami, so we got the Miami part down. Although she, I think, ended up going to Harvard or something or somewhere else. But so we have the Miami part down, and then she just started. She was like a producer on a Fox News station and started being super pro Trump on Twitter, which, for the benefit of the podcast and also our life in general, I don't think. I think we're too late. I think we're just too late.
Yeah, we're not going to be doing that.
No, it's just that's the hard part because there's a lot of risk there and a little small amount of gain. Amount of gain.
It's like it's not even risk. It's like you got to, one, sell your soul to the devil and then be someone you're actively not. She's married to a baseball player.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one? Who?
I don't know. His name's Sean.
That's weird. I mean, also
Rays organization.
Oh, so he's nothing. He's nobody. He's a nobody.
He's a nobody. He is a nobody.
I'm excited for baseball to come back. Although I have no idea how they expect to not have all the players get coronavirus. But
do you think Hope Hicks is attractive?
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely.
Who do you think is more attractive, Hope Hicks or Kayleigh McEnany?
Let me pull them up next to each other. That's tough. That is tough. They're both attractive.
Hope Hicks is more attractive, but she wears a lot of makeup. I'm very curious what she looks like.
Yeah,
she could be a completely different person. But she looks good. She's better looking. Come on.
I don't know. I'm gonna say
who looks better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hope Hicks better. Hope Hicks. Okay, you're right.
Last question. Who looks better, Hope Hicks or Ivanka Trump?
Hope Hicks. That's not.
No way, dude. Ivanka Trump looks good. She's very attractive.
No, she's got a weird nose thing going, and she's got like that Taylor Swift face.
Nose. It's a normal nose.
No, it is not. No, it is not. That bridge is like straight. She can't possibly wear glasses or sunglasses. There's nothing to hold them up. It's just like a no. I don't.
That's
I don't
fine.
know.
You get to see the rest of her face.
No,
it's great.
No,
she's got a great face. She's got a great face. I'm sorry. I wish she didn't. I wish she was grotesque. I wish she was grotesque. It would match.
She's not
it would be like
unattractive.
She'd be like the Beast. Now she looks good. You want to talk about plastic? We're talking about plastic surgery. Nancy Pelosi, you know she's had plastic surgery.
I looked up Ivanka Trump on Google Images, and then one of the little tabs below it was racy. She's pretty hot in the racy photos. The racy ones, not bad.
I know. I told you. I'm not even looking, but I can imagine.
Yeah.
What are you typing in on Google that has that?
I just searched Ivanka Trump. You hit images, then there's like a bunch of.
I typed in like Ivanka RAC, and it still didn't come up.
Dude, did you hit images? Just Ivanka Trump.
Yes.
Hit Ivanka Trump, then click on the images button.
I'm already here now. Okay, I made it here.
October 2019. They've got bathtub, racy bathtub.
Nice.
She looks underage in that one. That one's fucking weird. That one's super weird. Wow.
You know what I need to do? I need to put out a racy bathtub image of myself. Just to get my rep up a little.
Yeah, I think that'll help the clout.
Yeah.
Just a little thirst trap. That's the term. Thirst trap.
That's what I need. I need to get some of that out there.
This is a Donald Trump shower curtain, which is extraordinarily creepy. It's it's so weird. It's like a shower curtain you're hanging on. If you have it like fully extended all the way across your bathtub, it's like him pulling back a black shower curtain and staring over it.
Oh God!
It's just like, what? That's so fucking. Just have it say Trump or something. Don't have him peering over your shower curtain, essentially looking at you while you're showering or taking a shit, depending on which way you have it facing.
He's far too creepy. He's a genuinely creepy guy.
Yeah,
like genuinely off-putting.
Is his hair real or fake?
I don't know about his hair. Supposedly, he's the only one that does his hair. He doesn't let other people do his hair because he's so particular about it, which is hysterical.
It's not like it's good. I mean, it's like it's fine. It's not. It's
horrible. It goes in ways hair is not supposed to go.
Yes, but it's not like, oh my God, what the fuck is he doing? Like, there's worse hair out there.
No, his hair
is for sure.
It's horrible. He has horrible hair. His hair makes no sense.
It does make no sense.
The way it swoops and then goes back in the sides, it just doesn't make any sense.
No, that's why. Yeah, I mean, it definitely doesn't make sense, but it's his look. I mean, that's his fucking image. Like his hair is worth. Yeah, but it's. I don't know. I mean, it's hard. It's better than Boris fucking Johnson. Johnson.
They have the same hair.
No, it's not. That's so wrong.
They have the same hair.
You're an idiot.
Trump's a little more orange.
Boris Johnson looks like early season fucking Jim Halpert. It's just a mess all the time.
That's what they have. It's just that Trump's hair is
Trump
that
does
hair.
It, at least.
He just
it's the same. It's the same follicles, but it's the same follicle growth. But at least Trump does something with it. Like Boris just wakes up and goes out looking like that.
Trump uses a little more product. I don't care about how much product he uses. They have the same weird ass hair.
They do. Which they're the only two humans on Earth that have that hair. Which is the weirdest thing about it.
Right?
Yeah,
they're the only two people that have it. Never. Both leaders of two of the most powerful countries on Earth.
But you'll see, there's what people have widow's peaks, people have receding hairlines, people have like pretty straight, and that's kind of it. And then there's those two morons.
There's people that have the Donald Trump Boris Johnson hairs.
There's no one. There's two people on Earth, and it's them. It's so weird.
Of the most equal moronic world leaders that you can find, or off-putting, whatever you want to fit. It is weird.
I'm happy that Boris Johnson is power, just so the Brits can't talk shit to us about Trump.
Right. It's big. That is big.
That's big. Because, I think, other countries like to talk shit about America, and I'll tell you why. It's because one fucking country, for better or worse, and a lot of things are bad, but a lot of things are good too. One country, matters to the rest of the globe. Why do you think we don't know shit about anyone else, but everyone knows about us? And there's one reason. We are the total source of culture.
We dominate pop culture. Yes, we dominate.
I mean, we just dominate everything.
Media. We dominate media and pop culture because it was invented here. A lot of that stuff was invented here. So it was just the lead.
Yeah.
Social media and all fucking TV, all that stuff started here.
Yeah. And we meddle in fucking everything politically, which, like I said, Some's good, some's bad, some's really bad. But like people are like talking shit about America for like the Black Lives Matter. It's like, well, hey, it sucks that it happened here because it's a really like serious issue. But also, we started the fucking conversation. None of you were having this conversation before we had a terrible incident that got videotaped.
Right.
So,
and racism is worldwide, obviously.
Oh yeah.
And on top of that, I mean,
it's bad here. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying like America is clean on that one. No way. No siree, Bob. But other countries talking shit. It's like, well, clean up your backyard.
There were worldwide protests, though, too, which was
cool. And also thanks to America. Also sucks that it was started by America. In the same token,
yeah,
sucks that it needed to be started by America. But glad if there's a positive to take out, it's now that people are talking about a serious issue
worldwide,
right? Which also is something that needs to stop.
All right, that'll do it for the first part of this week's edition of Another Week With. We'll be back at you on Wednesday with part 2. Follow us on Twitter at Another Week With, on Facebook, on YouTube, all that good stuff. Trying to put out more content. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll talk to you all soon.